everybody, my name is Taylor, and we are going to read Unite or Die, How 13 States Became a Nation. And it is Scene 1. On September 3rd, 1783, the Treaty of Paris was signed, officially ending the American Revolution. 13 colonies that had won their independence from England. A new country was born. The new country was called the United States of America, but it was not united. Each state had its own leaders and its own government. The states were like 13 separate countries. We're on our own now. Shouldn't someone be in charge? Hey, we just got rid of King George. We don't want anyone telling us what to do. I'll make my own decisions, thank you very much. The country operated under a document called the Articles of Confederation. This political system gave the national government very little power. Each state took care of its own businesses. But without a strong national government, the states had problems. When I go to Rhode Island, they won't take my money. Of course not. Your money is worthless here. Then how can we do business with each other? Don't we need a treaty to trade? How can we decide once and for all who owns what? New Hampshire is trying to claim my land that belongs to me. Not true. The land belongs to me. Maybe it's time we sat down to talk about things. In September 1786, delegates from Pennsylvania, Delaware, Virginia, New Jersey, and New York gathered in Annapolis, Maryland. They discussed the problems among the states and identified what had to be done. The Articles of Confederation make the national government helpless and hopeless. We need a new government that works. But we only have 5 states represented here. What can we do? We can call other convention. We can ask everyone to come and help revise the Articles of Confederation. That's an excellent idea. Let's meet in Philadelphia in the same hall where the Declaration of Independence was signed. The convention began on May 25th, 1787. 12 states sent delegates. But not me. I don't want anything to do with this suspicious nonsense. Virginia had an idea so different it would rather replace the Articles of Confederation than revise them. I am proud to propose the Virginia plan. It's a government with 3 branches: executive, legislative, and judicial. I see the plan also calls for a 2-house legislature. Is that a good idea? Sure, the number of delegates will be based on population. What's wrong with that? If you have more delegates, you'll have more votes than I do. But you're not even half my size. Why should you have the same number of votes? Without equal representatives, my vote will be ignored. The big states and the big states argued for weeks. Delegates became discouraged. If we can't agree on anything, how can we stay one state? But we could even have bigger problems if we break apart. Will the United States of America survive? Fortunately, the Connecticut delegation came to the rescue. I have an idea! The House of Representatives can be based on population. The Senate can have 2 delegates from every state. So every state, no matter how small, will have 2 votes in the Senate. But states with more people will have more delegates in the House of Representatives. I can live with that. I can too. Major hurdle had been overcome. The delegates now had a framework for a new constitution, but there were still many other decisions to be made. How long should the president's term in office be? What should Congress be in charge of? What about power? Who will have the most? The president, Congress, or the Supreme Court? What if Congress passes bad laws? How will we stop them? Hold on! If someone has too much power, we're right back to where we started fighting tyranny. Powers among the executive, legislative, and judicial branches were carefully separated and balanced in the new Constitution. I won't sign this document if you take away all my power. What about my state government? Calm down. The Constitution still allows us to make laws to meet the local needs of our people, but the Constitution will be the supreme law of the land, and we won't be allowed to pass a law that conflicts with it. The delegates worried about the many details of the new government. In the end, they realized that no document could be made perfect for all generations. We need a way to make amendments to the Constitution to take care of problems that don't exist yet. True, but if we all have to agree on each change, we could be in bigger trouble because it would be nearly impossible to get unanimous approval from all changes. The Constitution says amendments become law if ratified by 3/4 of the state. On September 17, 1787, the United States Constitution was signed by representatives of all 12 states. The ratification process was lengthy, but eventually all 13 states approved the Constitution. A new government was born. The United States of America, united at last and ready to govern ourselves. Well, that was Unite or Die, and thanks for listening. Bye.